Hello friends, we are in the hardened concrete. We will see another important property of concrete known as the bond strength. Bond strength. So here we study bond in two phases. One is the bond between paste and steel. Whenever you go for RCC, the bond between paste and steel, or the bond between paste and aggregate. Bond between paste and aggregate. These two phases are very important. See, whenever we see the bond between the paste and the aggregate, so this is surrounded by the paste and these are the aggregates. Now here we see here whenever there is water, it has tendency to go around the material and stagnate at the bottom. So this part will be adhered with water. So there is a zone between paste and aggregate. This zone we call it as transition zone. Transition zone. We call it as transition zone. And transition zone is the weakest part for the failure of the concrete. So transition zone, if there is more water accumulation, that part will become as the opening. So there are more chances of getting cracks, and once the crack develop, they will propagate and lead to the failure of the concrete due to the failure between the paste and the aggregate, or due to the failure between the paste and the steel. So here bond strength play a very important role. So transition zone is the weakest zone between the paste and the aggregate. So when there is less amount of water in the concrete, so transition zone will be better than when there is more amount of water. The meaning is less is the water cement ratio, the stronger is the transition zone. So there will be proper bonding between the aggregate and the paste, aggregate, paste and the RCC work or the steel work. So here bond plays very important role, and this bond, see, if I hold it like this, I cannot pull out the steel. The reason for that is due to adhesion and friction. There should be sufficient friction between the steel and the paste, then only it will be holding it strongly. And adhesion also plays very important role. So adhesives, it will be acting as it's a binding material. It should be very strong in the binding, and that binding is possible because of the friction and the adhesion. So here what happens, bond is proportional to, bond strength is proportional to compressive strength. Means as the compressive strength goes on increasing, bond strength will also go on increasing only up to 20 Newton per mm square, M20 grade concrete. Beyond that, it will be not acting proportionately. There will be considerable increase in the compressive strength and very less increase in the bonding strength. So here, specific surface area play very important role. Specific surface area means that is the zone, transition zone area will play very important role with regards to the gel. More is the gel, more will be the bond, better is the quality of the concrete. Now here we see that high C2S, high specific surface area, therefore higher bond. If more is C2S, higher will be the specific area of the gel and higher will be the bond strength. But more C3S. What is C2S? Tricalcium silicate, tricalcium silicate. More is C3S or cured at high temperature and pressure. If it is cured at high temperature and we have seen heat curing, in that we are used steam curing, we are used steam curing under pressure. So whenever we do that, the gel will be getting disturbed and that will be varying the properties of the hardened concrete. So here what happens, if more C3S cured at high temperature and high pressure, it reduces bond. It reduces bond strength. So high pressure steam cured concrete, high pressure steam cured concrete, gel specific surface is about 1/20th of normal cure. See the change. If it is normally cured and if it is steam cured, it loses 1/20th of the normal. So that's the drawback what you see when you go for steam curing. Another factor we come across, aggregate cement ratio. Aggregate cement ratio. Now here, whenever we make concrete, we are having two phases. One is plastic phase or the paste phase, and second is the aggregate phase. So here, these aggregates will act as chain link. They will be acting as chain link. So they will be acting as a chain. You have seen the cycle chain. There will be links. That link play a very important role in holding the chain or the strength of the concrete. If link failures, the chain will be failing. So here they will be acting as a link. So usually by cement paste. So bleeding causes weak bond. Definitely when there is bleeding, there will be weak formation of the bond, and if the bond is weak, definitely there will be cracks developed. So more water cement ratio, more shrinkage, more cracks. Higher is the water cement ratio, there will be more shrinkage. Shrinkage means to sikurna, and there will be formation of more cracks. So here we compare particularly at transition zone. I told you the transition zone is between paste. This is aggregate. This zone is known as the transition zone, where the bonding of the paste and aggregate will be taking place. If transition zone is weak, definitely such a concrete will develop the cracks. Now here we come across a term known as HHCP. We come across a term known as HHCP. This is H, hydrated, hardened cement paste. Hydrated, hardened cement paste. Higher is the hydrated, hardened cement paste. Good is the quality of the concrete, and this depends upon and we prefer HHCP in concrete. HHCP. So here the strength of concrete will depend upon HHCP. I told you higher is the HHCP, higher is the strength of the concrete. It depends upon, again we have seen what are the properties on which it depends. Water cement ratio, stronger gel bond. So this play very important role. Gel. Denser is the gel, good is the quality of the strength. Gel bond is good, definitely the concrete will be of good quality. So these are some of the things what you study in the hardened concrete. So bond strength, HHCP, hydrated hardened cement paste. Good is the gel. Definitely this is also good. So like this, gel play a very important role in the strength of the concrete. We'll continue the next video. Thank you.